13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
All eyes are on our cold front, and that is going to take us from our really warm pattern we've been into to quite the chilly pattern for the rest of the 7-day. I'll have those details coming up.
And it hurts. That hurts to lose another son a year later from your other son.
A year after she lost one of her sons to gun violence, a Macon mom now relives that heartbreak all over again, what she's urging people to stop doing. And soon Macon Bibb will crack down on illegally dumping scrap tires, but before you get a citation, you'll have an amnesty day when you can find out more details about that.
It is time to put some yay in your day. I'm introducing you to a Macon woman who actually has me on a bike this morning. So I'm gonna tell you all about the story coming up in just a few minutes. Let's go ahead and get a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon on this Thursday, November the 18th. Thank you so much for continuing to stay with us. I'm Wanya Reese, and we're putting a little bit of biking and some yay in your day, Caitlin.
Oh man, Wanya, that definitely puts some yay in my day. Rocking the bike helmet too, keeping it safe. We love to see it. Probably helping you warm up a little bit out there too this morning.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely a cold start to the day, Courtney.
Most definitely, because I told you I was a little cold during the last hour, so yeah.
All right, well, hopefully you'll get to warm up like I did yesterday in the next little bit, because Courtney, it does warm up pretty quickly once that sun comes out.
That's right, and the sun is starting to rise this morning. Wanya, I'm not going to lie. I was like, that man's on an incline. He better stop. Hope the brakes weren't good on that bike. How exciting. All right, everyone. Of course, it's Thursday. So Wanya, he's definitely going to put some yay in your day. He has a really awesome lady that he's going to introduce you to in just a little bit. Of course, the sun now starting to rise, so it is going to start to warm. A little bit of a hazy look. We do have some fog out there for the start of the morning as well. 48 right now in the city of Macon. Definitely a warmer start to the day. Still cold out there, but warmer than especially where we started the week, where we were in the 30s. 50 in Warner Robins and in Gordon, 50 in Forsyth, and 53 in Unadilla. Here's a look at the visibility. So we do still have some dense fog in Lawrence County. Just a heads up there, if you're getting ready to head out the door, visibility could be a quarter mile or less in some spots there. Now here's a look at the temperatures as we go through the day. Notice between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, we're warming over 10 degrees in just a couple of hours, and we're going to top out in the upper 70s today. Hold on to those 70s because we're going to be far from the 70s as we go through the 7-day. I'll have those details in a few minutes.
My kids are my life. They're the only thing I know. So now I'm lost again. I'm starting all over from the beginning.
A Macon mom says last year she was planning a funeral during Thanksgiving, and this year she'll have to do the same. It comes as she has now lost 2 sons to gun violence. Tuesday, Felicia Young's son, Sean Watts Jr., died after a shooting on Greer Street. It happened almost a year to the day that someone shot and killed Young's other son, Malik Young. That happened at the Pine Ridge Apartments on Clinton Road. Both were 24 years old when they died. Since yesterday marked a year since Malik's death, friends and family visited his grave and released balloons in his honor. Felicia Young urges people to turn away from hurting others.
Y'all gotta put them goings down. Stop. Just stop it, please. If I'm a grieving mom, it's other grieving moms out here. Stop the violence, y'all. It's not worth it.
As she says, Sean leaves behind a son, and he and his wife are expecting another baby in December. Investigators arrested 24-year-old Khalil Rains and charged him with murder in connection to Sean's death. Right now, Malik's case is still unsolved. And right now, Bibb County deputies continue looking for answers in a deadly West Macon shooting. The sheriff's office says it happened on Mercer University Drive near Edna Place. Deputies got a report that 2 people got into a fight when someone shot 37-year-old Jarvis Ottman several times. Ottman then drove away before crashing in an empty parking lot at the end of Edna Place. Medics took him to the hospital where he later died. The sheriff's office says investigators are now interviewing possible witnesses. A new information this morning, as we now know, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is looking into an officer-involved shooting in Crawford County. Sheriff Lewis Walker confirms the shooting happened last night. Right now, we don't know who got shot or the person's condition. So far, the sheriff's office and GBI are not releasing any more details. The GBI says it will release more information later this morning. We'll bring you the latest updates on air and online once we get them. 4 people now face aggravated assault charges after what is described as a rolling shootout in Milledgeville. Police department says it happened Saturday afternoon around Swint Avenue and Broad Street. Officers found a car crashed into a utility pole and 25-year-old Jaquarius Marshall shot. They say 19-year-old Jacoby Brown was with him. Investigators learned the 2 were involved in a shootout with an SUV. 25-year-old Kibius Mosley and a 16-year-old were in that vehicle. Marshall went to the hospital in critical condition. All three men and the minor face several charges, including aggravated assault and possession of a firearm during a crime.
I want to give my side of the story. I want to explain what happened.
This morning, testimony in the murder trial in the death of Ahmaud Arbery heads into day 10. Yesterday featured the man who shot and killed Arbery taking the stand instead of invoking the Fifth Amendment. Travis Mcmichael gave the jury a first-person account of what he says happened back on February 23, 2020. He described the deadly confrontation as a fight for his life, saying Arbery had his gun and hit him. He also talked about his law enforcement training while in the Coast Guard and mentioned how pulling a weapon on someone can make them comply. During cross-examination, one of the prosecutors discussed his point further.
So you learned as part of your time in the military that you can't force people to speak with you.
That's correct.
Okay. And that if someone walks away, you have to let them walk away.
Yes.
You were trained that displaying a weapon may be considered psychological coercion.
Under certain situations, yes, ma'am.
Cross-examination will continue today. The defense attorney for Travis Mcmichael argues the shooting was in self-defense. The Mcmichaels have claimed that they were making a citizen's arrest the day it happened, believing Arbery to be a burglary suspect. Arbery's family says he was on a jog. Prosecutors say there was no evidence that Arbery stole anything when father and son Gregory and Travis Mcmichael and William Roddy Bryan chased him through the neighborhood. All three face murder charges and have pleaded not guilty. Well, illegally throwing out old tires will soon come with some new citations in Macon, but before that happens, Bibb County leaders will give you one more chance to get rid of them properly. This morning, Mayor Lester Miller and Commissioner Bill Howell will announce details of an upcoming scrap tire amnesty day. County Communication says that will happen at 9:30 this morning on Owen Street. You can watch it live on Macon Bibb's Facebook page. Now, after the amnesty day, the county will start citing people caught dumping tires illegally. Back in June, Commission increased the penalty for that to $25 a tire. It could also come with up to a $1,000 fine and 6 months in jail per violation. Following that announcement, crews will tear down a house as the county's fight against blight continues. The demolition happens at 4302 Ashland Drive starting at 10:30 this morning. They say it marks the 75th blighted house removal this year as part of that blight fight initiative. All right, the time is now 6:38. Hopefully Wanya is having a good time on that bike out there, staying warm this morning.
You know, moving helps you warm up a little bit, so I think he had the right idea. And then he talked about how his head was cold, so
there you go.
The helmet
Got
really
the
coming
answer.
in handy. Oh man, I'm excited to see what Wanya has for us. If that is just a little sneak peek of what he's about to show us in just a few minutes here, then I'm really excited about it. Of course, we continue Yay in Your Day today for Thursday. All right, everyone. Now, something exciting that's going to happen tomorrow morning. I do want to let you know about this. We'll have a partial lunar eclipse. So the Earth's shadow will cast onto the moon, and that is going to essentially kind of cover it a little bit. 97% eclipse, so it's not a full lunar eclipse. It's still considered partial, but it's almost full. Max eclipse time is at 4:02 in the morning, so you're going to have to get up very early if you do want to see it. But take a look at this. It's the longest eclipse. It's going to last several hours, and most of the lower 48 states are going to be able to see it. It's the longest in not just decades, but centuries. So go ahead and give it a look. You'll want to look just towards the horizon to see that. And if you do snap any photos of it, be sure to send them our way. We would definitely love to see them. I know there are some of you at home with some pretty fancy cameras. All right, we're also watching out for a cold front. That's going to be on the way tonight. Maybe offer us a rain chance. Not going to be as widespread as what you're seeing right now in parts of Tennessee, but we could have a stray shower out of it. In the meantime, as we wait for that front, a mostly cloudy morning out there. That's trapping in some of that heat from yesterday, so we are definitely warmer. 50 right now in the city of Dublin. Still cool, though. You're going to want a jacket. I'm sure lots of these people heading out and about grab theirs this morning. Make sure you have yours as you head out the door. 48 in Macon, 50 in Warner Robins, 50 in Forsyth, 53 in Montezuma, and 50 in Wrightsville. So no more 30s, no more even low 40s. We're in the low 50s for a lot of spots this morning. That's going to change behind our cold front. So let's time it out. Like I mentioned, it's going to bring us just a stray shower. We won't have a widespread rain chance from this. As we head towards 5 o'clock, so the time a lot of you will probably be headed home from work today, maybe just a stray sprinkle mainly north and west of Macon. Front will slowly push off to the southeast and clear by tomorrow morning, and behind that will be cold. So we'll get one more warm day today as we wait for that front. Mid to upper 70s. Some of us, if you're south of Macon, might even head into the low 80s. We'll wake up tomorrow near 40. So low 40s, a colder morning. Temperatures tomorrow only in the low to mid 60s. So that cool air is really going to settle in for the afternoon and even more so to kick off the weekend. Another front on the way by the start of next week. That'll bring us a 30% chance for rain, and it'll also, or actually I just upped that before I went on there. I forgot to fix that graphic. A 40% chance for rain now. Models hinting we'll have a little bit of a better rain chance on Monday. But then we are going to be near 30 on Tuesday with highs only in the 40s. Wednesday will warm only with highs into the low 50s.